This is Simon Says Garage. I'm Simon. Welcome back. This is our 1941 Chevy that we're still slowly piecing together and working on. It's a lot of work, and I'm only one guy, but we're getting through it, and it's looking freaking mint to me. As you can see, I'd started making a rear window frame. It was going okay-ish. I'm not super happy with it. It's very inconsistent. I don't know how to get it consistent. I kind of got stalled out on it and I'm not sure where to go with it. It's not doing it for me. I'm sure I can make it work okay. I'm just not happy with it. If I'm not happy with it, well, why keep going that direction? All right, let's deal with the elephant in the room. I know last week I was feeling kind of garbagey and we kind of moped through a video and well, now this week I've got something on my face. Maybe you didn't notice. Stop staring. I know you noticed. The old money maker. This beautiful mug that some feel could use some rearranging to be better got a little damaged. But that doesn't mean we got to stop working on the car. I got to keep working on the car as much as this is annoying and frustrating, and I can struggle to speak because my lips aren't moving like they're supposed to. Suffering succotash type of stuff going on here. It's not real fun, but I can tell you what happened. Here's what happened. I have a regular job just like a lot of people in the world. We have regular jobs. I go to 9 to 5. Those aren't my hours, but you get the point. In this regular job, I don't work on cars at all, actually. I work on roadside maintenance. Well, this week I happened to be working in the ditch like I do every day. Went and took a step to go up just a little bit of an incline and wha-bam! Foot fell off. I can't even say foot. F's are really tough for me right now. That f sound. My foot slipped out from underneath me. My face went straight down. Don't worry. I was softened from the blow of the frozen ground with a nice rock perfectly placed to hit my jaw. It's awesome. Worked out really well though, because I put a drain hole in my lip now, so if I eat too much, it just spills out the hole. Had to go get some stitches and fix her all up. Completely tore the skin off my chin. It's a fun time. So last week I was sick and feeling like garbage. This week I'm dealing with this. What do? Well, you just got to keep pushing forward. So I'm going to probably be masked up so I don't get all that metal dust and grinding dust and all that in there as much as possible. Probably not talk as much because it's already starting to hurt. I'm on pain meds, but I was too excited not to do something. I got to do something. I'm excited. Let's get back on track. So while I'm not completely 100% happy with this, I was sitting on it. I was waiting on it. I was deciding what I should do. I'm just not happy with it. But people, I have an awesome group of viewers. Awesome. Out of the blue, reached out to me, said, hey, do you still have anything figured out for your rear window? And I was like, no, I don't. He's like, hey, I got this 40 Plymouth, I think he said it was, down at my other property that I can go cut the glass out of it if you want. And I said, whoa, that'd be awesome. What do you want for it? Nothing. Consider it a donation to the cause. And I'm like, holy crap. So that was like 3 days and it's at my doorstep already. The guy went down there the next day, cut it out, sent me a picture, mailed it to me. Holy crap. So to Mike Williamson, you're a badass. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough, genuinely. Though my daughter was extremely disappointed it wasn't an electric dirt bike for her, I was extremely happy because I knew what it was and was surprised how quick it got here. He even put the old Fragile stickers on there, so hopefully it's all in one piece. We're gonna find out together. I haven't opened it yet. All right, usually I would just rip the package apart and start tossing the garbage across my garage. And start tossing the can't speak. And start tossing the garbage across my garage. We're gonna be a little more careful with this one. I mean, how cool is it that he sent this to me? Cut it out of the car and sent it to me. Yeah, it came out of a 40 Plymouth, and this is a 41 Chevy. I'll make it work, hopefully. Oh, yep, okay. Get out of there. Oh, yeah. Oh boy, I see something else. That's funny. That makes me laugh. Look at that. That is something we're definitely going to be able to make work. And you'll notice the Sawzall blades. If you watch my previous videos, you'll see that I forgot to get Sawzall blades before I started cutting things. Let you in a little secret. I still haven't bought any. So thanks for those. Man, you are too kind. Holy cow, thank you so much. Let's see if we can get this thing in there. One thing I know I need to get better at, and there's a long list of things I need to get better at, is really marking center of things before I start cutting things. So I'm not going backwards trying to figure it all out and then probably getting it wrong. So we broke the laser back out. I love lasers. And we're just trying to see if we can't find center the best we can. I'm basically measuring the width of the trunk space because I figure I haven't messed with any of that, so that should be factory still. And if I can find the center of that and line that up with the center of the front of the car, we should be close. Everything's got so many curves, which is awesome looking, but very difficult for measuring. Oh, we're getting there, we're so close. I figure once I figure out where the center line is, I can mark it on the car, and then we can measure the mirror, we can measure the window and get that center line. This is gonna work. For the record, I don't know if this is the correct way to do it, so don't do it on yours unless you're brave. Oh, that looks like right on the money. I think we're there. All right, now we got marks, we got center. I marked it in all the locations. We should be rocking and rolling now. Suppose we can do a little self-check here. If my chop is somewhat straight, we should be able to get a duplicate measurement here. Oh my goodness, it is dead on. We got this. Now we just need the measurement from the center of that. We mark that center out, and then we know where to put things pretty damn close. Obviously, I don't know how any of this is gonna fit and work out and make it happen, but we're gonna do our damnedest to make it right. I probably should take the glass out so I don't wreck it. My problem is I'm afraid if I do that, it's gonna flex things too much on me. We just gotta figure out the best way to find center on this now, which I think I'm just gonna go what looks to be the center of the window to the center of the window. And we're just gonna triangulate and trigonometry. No, that's a lie. I'm just gonna guess. We'll get it as close as we can. That's all there is to it, people. 30 and a half, so that'll put us at 15 and a quarter, right? I like simple math. How do we do the top? We need more than one line. We definitely need more than one line. There's probably a simple way that somebody knows how to do this. I am not that somebody. How do we do this? Kind of like where the radius starts. 31, so that'd be 15 and a half. Same across the bottom. Yeah, I'm not getting any answers that I'm confident with there. I usually like 3 points for a straight line. Can I make it work with 2? Oh yeah, we're going with it. So I think the first thing we got to do is a fit check. So let's take all this hard work out of here. And we'll save these pieces for maybe somewhere down the line we'll use them for something. I won't throw them away. That's just how my garage gets to be such a mess because I don't ever want to throw anything away. Because I already gone and cut all this other stuff out in that other video, we might actually have room for this to fit in here now. Oh yeah, this is gonna work. This is gonna frickin' work, people. We just need to determine whether we want it higher or lower. I suspect this is the top, naturally. That would be the top. Doesn't mean we have to put it in that way. We can put it in this way. There's no reason we can't. Do we like that better? Is there anything on the inside that would stop us from doing it that way? I don't think so. Holy hell, does my brain hurt. So it doesn't fit as originally good as I thought it was gonna fit. And that's okay, we can probably, hopefully make it work. Got the laser back out because I'm trying to find my center line all the way down the center of the car as best as we can. It's not a perfect science, it's just what we do. The biggest thing I'm having a problem with is look at the difference in the profiles of the roof. Back here, it's really flat and coming down to the back of the car where this window is got a heck of a curve there. They just don't match. They just don't line up, and there was no surprise there. It's from a 40 Plymouth. This is a 41 Chevy. It's what it is. It's okay. We can hopefully make it all work out. I do kind of have a plan. Let me turn the lights on here so you guys can see what I've been dealing with. For you, it's only been probably a few seconds. For me, it's been well over an hour. I got all kinds of lines and everything marked up here and just trying to find the best way to make all this happen. Oh, Roku TV came back on. Hang on a second. So it's actually fitting pretty good down here. I think I can make that work reasonably well. The biggest problem, like I was saying, is up here. It doesn't matter if I have it upside down or right side up. This is an issue. It's definitely, I mean, I could almost fit through that hole. It's pretty bad. Here actually doesn't look too bad. I'm pretty sure I can join that up and mate that up and it'll look decent. This side, I believe, is the same way, except I noticed my chop is a little wonky and it's pushing out a little further here than it needs to. So that's why that is. If I push it down into where it's supposed to be, it has the same kind of flowing profile, so that's good. What we do up here was really a mental battle for me, really a mental battle, because in my head, it's gotta flow right and be good and be like it was from the factory, and I gotta get that out of my head sometimes and adapt and make it work however I can just make it work. So I have an idea. We're gonna basically cut a triangle piece, kind of like what this looks like, and curve it. We're gonna follow this contour and we're gonna bring it up to about here. That's where it kind of levels off with the roof. So it'll be like its own center triangle curved body line we're gonna give it. It's gonna have a roof body line. Will this work? I sure freaking hope so. I don't know yet. We're gonna try it, but I figure, you know, it's got this point here and it kind of curves down to a point down there and the window goes to a point there. So I figure it kind of flows with the rest of the stuff going on in the car. And to be honest, it's so modified now anyways, who's gonna know the difference? So let's just try it and see. We'll just try and modify it and make it all hopefully work. I don't know. In my head, I know what it looks like. In reality, we'll see what it looks like. I don't know how it's gonna turn out. But in my head, I'm kind of excited about it, so we'll see. So we're just gonna get started. I think maybe the first thing to do would probably be at least lock these sides in, specifically this situation, because we don't need that kind of movement going on when we're trying to do the top part. So I'm gonna make some templates. We'll get these outside pieces kind of tacked in. It'll lock the window in. It's as center and squared and level as I think I can get it. Like I said, I mean, I got the lasers out and everything, but there's no straight line on anything. Everything's curved or crooked or something. Even the old window, I was trying to get measurements off of, but it was so rotted out, there was no symmetrical lines to measure from, except for where I had already cut it out when I was gonna try and redo things and screwed myself there. So we're just gonna lock her in and just start building her out and see what we come up with. Hopefully it looks all right. I'm nervous, but excited. You know, that's how it goes. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. But yeah, I definitely think we start on the outside pieces and see how we come out. Actually, I changed my mind. I think we should get rid of these clamps, get some Clecos in here. It'll hold it more secure for us, and then the clamps aren't in our way. We should start with that. That sounds like a better idea. Whoa. This is basically gonna be like when I cut the bottom of the car off and I realized it didn't matter if it didn't look like it did from the factory because, well, I'm the factory now. We make it look however we want. There's no rules that say it has to be a certain way. We just do what we want. I wonder if I put a tack here, if that'll hold that from moving so much. because this side fits nice and this side's all pushed out. I am determined to push myself and make this work. Oh yeah, that's gonna work. Ow! Hooked my cord and my foot. Well, we got the Clecos in there because I use Clecos on everything now because they're amazing. I'm going to take and slice down here and get my other sheet metal clamps and pull that all nice and tight together. And that'll work out really well. I'll be real honest with you. I did take and bend this. I just did it over my knee and my hands and just kind of flexed it because I needed a profile this way and a radial profile that way. So we just kind of forced it and flexed it and made it all work. It fits pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's fitting pretty good. Once we get that cut out of there and pulled tight together and everything, it'll cinch up really nice, like hopefully, fingers crossed. So let's get that cut. Yeah, this is difficult for me because some of the stuff I have done mediocrely. Some of the stuff I have done in the past, at least semi sorted out. But this is gonna be all new for me. Never done it, so it's hard for me to explain what I'm doing because I get lost in my head of what I'm gonna do and I can't stop thinking about how this is gonna work or look like garbage. So if I skip over steps, it's because I forgot to say anything and I just got lost in my own little world in here. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna slice that apart. I did not, you may notice, bring the metal down here. I figured this is gonna be its own situation down here, so we'll make that all work when we do the bottom. This is just to get the sides tied together. I'm probably rambling and not making any sense, but that's what we're doing. Oh, I better get my mask. Gotta have my lip mask. Everybody needs their lip mask. It feels amazing, by the way, my lip, that is. I was all worried I was getting too big of a gap, but then I realized I didn't get much of a gap. I can tell right now that this is too flat. It's kind of going out, and then that way on this one, there's no radius there. We're gonna have to put a little bend somehow in there, a little bit, somehow in there, somehow. Because I don't like the way that looks. It needs to flow better for me. It's got a little shape to it now. Hopefully that's enough. Probably too much, but we'll work it on. Oh yeah, I like that way better. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little curvature there now. A little bit. Can you even see that? Probably not, but I can see it, so that's all that really matters. Just take my word for it. Trust me. Oh, this shouldn't be so difficult. Thank goodness I got long arms. Let's just throw some tacks on there and see what happens. It's not fitting good up on the top yet because, well, it's overlapped here still, so we need to fix that problem. But I think I'll just get it tacked where I can. That'll really lock it in before we take these guys out and cut that off. I don't know which way to tack first. Completely missed. It could look better. Ow, my elbow. It went down my damn sleeve. Smells like burning clothes. All right, that looks good, that looks good. Now we're just gonna cut this out, and that should all, you can see right there, it's not sitting flush. So I think once I cut this all out here, that should lay down hopefully. That's what we're going with. We'll see if it happens or not. Oh boy. Pushed it too hard, went too far. Overdid it, Simon. Overdid it. You'll notice this extra cut here. I'd like to tell you I did that for a relief. Nope, I missed my line. So we have to fix that now too. Awesome. Way to go, Simon. Somebody also told me to try and cut at a 45-degree angle when you're doing these relief cuts. It's not working so well for me. Don't know why. Don't know why. Just know it's not. We should probably buff some of that paint off of there though. That's probably smart. All right, that brought that right where it needs to go. Sweet. I like it a lot. I think we'll just kind of buzz some of this in and then we'll get that corner fitting mint, or at least as good as we can. Oh, helps if I turn the welder on. I figured it had been a while since I burned a hole through, so glad we got that out of the way. It's looking so good. Bada bing, bada boom. Now we just got to do the same thing to the other side. And then obviously all the welding. But we're just going to leave her tacked for now. This side doesn't look like it needs as big of a patch, but I'm probably going to do the same size patch. Otherwise it's going to bug me because it's going to look like it's shifted one way or the other. If they're both the same size, then maybe nobody will think that. Or I won't think that, and that's all that really matters. I am super stoked about how well that all played out. I mean, it's great. It's like it was meant to be. I have concerns though. As we talked about earlier in the video, this don't line up that great. So we got to make this line up with that, but also look decent and not screw it up and make it look terrible. I think it's doable. I just don't know if it's doable for me. So here's what I'm thinking. This is a piece of scrap sheet metal, something I cut off the car. Kind of like something like that. Obviously, I'll try and make the bend a little bit nicer. It's just, I don't know how I bend it this way and this way with limited tooling. Like, I'm the biggest tool in this garage, and that's about all I got. So I got some cardboard. I think I'm gonna try and whip up some kind of a template. I'm not a huge fan of this cardboard for like this type of stuff because, well, it's very rigid. And we'll just evolve, that's a hard word to say right now. We will just we will just go with the process, trust the process, and we'll see what comes of it, because I'm really not sure. I'm a little unsure how this is all gonna work out, but we're gonna make it work. That's all there is to it. The bottom line is we're gonna just make it work. I just want it to look good. If I have to cut it all apart and do it all again, I'll cut it all apart and do it all again, but we're gonna try. So that cardboard is being an absolute pain in the butt, which I kind of figured it would be, but I thought I would try it. I have thinner cardboard that I like to use, like out of my chip boxes and sody pop boxes, but I don't have nearly enough to make a pattern that's this large. I got some paper material that might work, but it needs something to sit on to get the shape we need. So I'm gonna try something I've never done before. I'm gonna take some filler rod for TIG welding and see if I can't somehow make some kind of wire form that we can set the paper on, trace an outline on, get the shape and size we need on a template, and see if that way works. If that doesn't work, I don't know what we'll do. We'll just figure something else out, I guess. I don't know. I'm just freaking trying to make it work here. I don't know what the right way is to do this. Well, this is going interestingly, to say the least. I kind of screwed up this final little piece. I thought I'd like to follow it out and get it all the way up to this point. I don't know if I will. I just put that on there so I could see what it would look like, and then I jacked up that one. So if I do go this far, I'll have to figure that out later. Whatever. I wasn't gonna cut it apart because I was scared I was gonna cut more than I should and ruin everything. But we can now kind of see the shape we're after. I'm not sure how we're gonna create that shape, but we can see the shape. We'll just, like I usually do, one problem at a time. One problem at a time. Problem one is fitting the window. Problem two is the rest of it. I don't know. But we're at the stage of the problem where we're figuring out this, and we've had enough problems just trying to get a template sorted out. I've watched enough TikToks and reels and shorts and everything to know that true fabricators like have paper templates and lots of little magnets, and well, I don't have any of that. But garden yard bags, it's paper. If you cut them open, they're double layered, so you can take them and get 2 sections of template material out of them. It's pretty handy. The wife left those in here from the fall, so they're mine now. I also don't have magnets. Well, not little magnets. I got big magnets. So I'm hoping this is all gonna work. It looks promising. I can say that much. Oh, we're too short over here now. Well, now we're too short over here. Damn it. We're not wide enough. All right. We're gonna have to customize our template, I guess. No big deal. No big deal. So that's plenty wide, and we can add on to there. We got this. It's just paper. I have tape. We can make a custom size template. I got to get this done before my heater kicks back on, because if my heater kicks back on, it's blowing this shit everywhere. And that'll get taped up here. Oh, this is perfect. I'm hoping I can just take a dirty hammer and kind of trace over my lines. I really only need the outside edges. I only put those extra pieces in the middle to help hold the paper up, because that's what they're all resting on right there. Oh yeah, this looks good. I don't know that this is the best paper for this, but it's what I have. It's not like I got any other options today. I mean, let's be realistic, people. I don't even have the correct tools to form this yet, so if the template ain't perfect, it'll just be par for the course. I think we're gonna try it. Is this hammer dirty enough? Kinda, we need something dirtier. Maybe I can just make it dirtier. I don't have a bunch of grease laying around right now. I just keep rubbing the hammer and metal shavings and grit on the floor. Now I will tell you, a mistake I've made in the past doing a similar transfer of pattern is you don't want to cut on that line, because that's on top of the deal. We want to move the line out. So we'll have a start of a line and I'll move it over a couple inches and I'll give myself plenty of extra material to work with. We can always trim it up. That's not a big deal. And that is a lot easier than adding it, let me tell you. Oh, we moved a little bit. That's okay. That's okay. It's gonna take some fine tuning. It's fine. It's probably okay. There. It's gonna take, and now we have a line. I'm just gonna darken it up a little bit for us. I did have the thought about just turning this into a big roof, like air scoop. And I'm not opposed to that idea. It's still on the table if this is an absolute fail, but I have another idea in the future I wanna do, so I don't wanna do that, because then my other idea will seem a little redundant. I know that's a little vague, and I'm sorry, but it is what it is. So we might as well start with this project, and if this works out, then we'll look at my other idea. Not today though, definitely not today. So I'm gonna go and probably add a good 2 inches to that line, I think, because then that should give me plenty of material to work with. You know, folks, this is one of those projects that I really struggled to keep my self-doubt in check. Mainly because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I see people do it all the time on videos and they make it look super easy and simple. I also know that they have years of experience and the correct tooling to do such jobs that they're trying to do. And I'm not here in my garage just trying to replicate it as best I can. Anyways, that being said, I get some self-doubt trying to figure this out. I still don't know if this is gonna work. And if it doesn't work, I'll scrap the whole project and try something else. Or it'll be what it'll be and I'll rock it. That's just the way it is. I know I'm not patient enough to get all the straight, perfect lines. And I know no matter how much I try, I can never get it to where it's perfect. And it drives me mad. So I've ended up deciding that I'll get it to where it looks good and I move on. It's just who I am. I don't want my cars being built for 15, 20 years before they ever see the road. I want to drive them tomorrow. Like, I wish it was done tomorrow. Not realistic, but it's the way my brain works. Now. Get it done. Get it on the road. Instant gratification. That's what I want and can't provide. So, kind of a caveat. This may fail and flop and I'll just start all over. I don't know why I went down that road. Anyways, here's what we got to accomplish. It's kind of a weird situation. It's not weird. I just don't know how to do it. We've got to get this curve and make it run with the body line somehow. I'm not sure how that's all going to work out. I ended up only going an inch past the template. Figured that should be plenty. I had plenty already. It was good. I thought 2 inches was getting a little drastic there. So because I don't have, you know, planishing hammers and English wheels and sandbags and nylon hammers and, you know, all that stuff that you would use to shape and form one of these pieces of sheet metal correctly and get symmetrical lines and everything and make everything even and nice and flow like it's supposed to. I do have a piece of rusty exhaust pipe, and if you saw when I did my lower flares on the car on the rocker panel, we used a rusty piece of exhaust pipe to get that curve. So, you know, I'm just kind of grouping all the skills I've taught myself and learned into one little lump here and hoping it's enough in the basket to make this work, because I don't know. But my thinking is, I got it clamped to the table. I had to go get a bigger piece of a rusty exhaust pipe because that's a bigger piece of metal. I'm hoping, I'm not sure which way to do it yet. I'm either gonna try and roll this curve into it first, then this one, or if I should do this one and then this one. And I'm really anxious about it because I don't want to screw it up. That's just, I don't want to screw it up. Literally, I do not want to screw this up. But there's a chance that could happen. Definite chance. So what do we do? Do we do this way first or that way first? I don't know. I think we do this one first, maybe. Because then we can, once this curve is in here, because it doesn't need much, we can then stick it in the other way and get this one somehow, maybe. See, this is that part where my self-doubt is really starting to push through, and I'm trying to keep her in check because I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull this off. And it's not that the haters are going to give me grief about it, because honestly, I don't care about those people. It's that I myself might give myself grief about it. I am my worst enemy when it comes to that. It kind of naturally, just the gravity and the weight of it just kind of lets it fall this way anyways. So yeah, let's just, I don't know. I'm just nervous. Is it obvious that I'm nervous? Because I'm nervous. I'd like to just say, what's the worst that can happen, Simon? Well, I know what the worst is that can happen. It ain't gonna work. That is the worst that can happen. And then I'm back to the drawing board. I mean, I'm already on, I don't know what plan at this point. I lost track. I know I'm rambling and not making probably any sense, but I'm trying, people. Just give me a little slack. Like, even these lines aren't nice and curved. I try, I'm just not good at it. I used the cutoff wheel because I'm a little better with that than I am with the plasma. I could have plasmaed it off, but that seems to get all squiggly lined on me too. So we did this, and I can see a big thump right there. So that's cool and fun. Hopefully we can get rid of that or hide it or something. Stop worrying so much, Simon. Just do it. Did we put it on that side? Well, it looks like something. It's getting a little shape. All right, I'm liking that. Keeping myself in check so I don't go too far too fast. That's always a fun challenge. All right, I'm liking this so far. I'm liking this. I think a little bit more. It doesn't need much. Look at that. That's a nice gradual bend. I like it. All right, just bear with me, please. I forgot to charge my microphone, so it died, and now we don't have the microphone, so just I'll speak up as much as I can. Hopefully the heater doesn't kick in and the audio is permissible, passable, usable. Who knows? I just want to keep working. I'm really liking the shape we have going here. It's starting to take its form. I think we're probably pretty close. I don't want to go too far and have to come back. And I mean, obviously we can trim to fit and make everything work the way we need to work. One thing I did learn and did notice, I sure as shit should have marked center of this so I could get it, you know, aligned properly, but we'll deal with that bridge when we get to that bridge. I got a rough line there and I know it's not right, but it's something. And I also see that this curve is not the same as this curve. It's gonna be fine, hopefully. I'm hoping I can trim it up and make it fit and make it look okay. I sure frickin' hope anyways. I don't know. I mean, I think I could if I really wanted to. Now that we've got the one shape in there, I think I could kind of just start putting it together and forcing her down. I think it's just gonna start flattening out on me a little bit. So I'm gonna try and put it in my exhaust pipe tube bender. Nope, my exhaust pipe sheet metal bender and see if I can't put a little radius this way now and see if that works. If it doesn't work, we'll have to figure out what we're gonna do because I don't know, probably involve slicing and dicing and making things fit. That's all I know. I'm definitely liking the direction it's going and I'm really hoping I don't screw it up. Because if I've learned anything over my long life, I screw a lot of things up. It's doing something. I don't know. All right, so we got that shape better, but now we lost our other one. Damn it, Simon. There has to be a way to make them work together. Because this is not a good cut. I just kind of rough cut that because I knew I was going to be buttoning it up to here, but now I don't know if I'm going to be buttoning it up to here. Maybe I'm going to have to extend that now. Oh boy, Simon, what did you do? Let's just try and put a little more downward angle on it. Well, this is not working like I thought it would. Who's surprised? Not me! Well, now I've probably really got it screwed up. Yep. There has to be a way to do this. There has to be. Okay, there has to be a way to do this with what I have. I don't know if that did anything but screw it up. Yeah, awesome. It's not going good. I've gone and royally screwed it all up now. I don't know what I got going on anymore. I am all over the place here. I got bends and twists and angles and curves in every different direction. The whole thing looks like it's on a tidal wave at a frickin' wave pool.
3 hours later.
Well, what have we learned after a lot of cursing, swearing, bending, rebending, bending some more, bending it back to where I started from, bending it back to the same exact spot again? I am worse with curves and angles and metal shaping than I thought. I thought I was better than this, but I'm not. I'm not. It's bad. I'm struggling real bad. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I can't get it to look passable for my standards. And those are low standards. It is just all over the place. I just can't get it to do what I want it to do in my head. I don't know how to do what I want it to do, what I can picture in my head. So yeah, basically it's not going good at all. Not good at all. So I don't know what the answer is. I just don't know what the frickin' answer is. And I've gone and it's just not going good. None of the angles of the dangles are dangling in the right angles. It's just, it looks, when I think it looks good, it's bad somewhere else. When I think it looks good there, it's bad somewhere else. It's too high, it's too low, it's flat, it's curved, it's a pain in my ass is what it is. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's just, this is tough. Maybe we need a rethink, a redesign, a new thought. Maybe it was too big of a piece for myself to figure out. I like the idea and I like where the direction it was going. I just don't know how to execute, and that's the biggest downfall at this point. Doesn't matter how cool an idea is, if you don't know how to execute, what do you do? What do you do? And the great thing is there's nothing level, flush, symmetrical, perfect. It's all curvy, wavy, incorrect angles and lines. So, yeah, good stuff. I'm gonna try and put a straight cut on there. I think these little corners are not helping my situation. I think they're jamming up and causing problems and not allowing the metal to lay where the metal needs to lay. So we're gonna cut that off and see how we look and just go from there. I can't not do nothing. I gotta do something, so we're gonna try that. Boy, I hope you guys didn't have high expectations when you clicked on this video, because it has been a disaster. Yeah, I might have made it worse. I just don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fix what I messed up. We need a straight cut on there. I don't know how we're gonna get one, but we need one. This thing has got a dip here and a high spot there, and we need it as level and straight as possible. I know this probably isn't necessarily the best way to do it, but it's a way to do it. I'm just gonna try and get a piece of tape on here, lay it out as straight and square as I possibly can, and at least give us a straight line to work with. I've got no reference points to measure from, which makes it really, really difficult for me. It makes it really difficult for me. I mean, it's close. That's if all that is in the exact same position side to side. I don't frickin' know. I'm just gonna cut it. I can't sit there and stare at this thing all day and not get any further. That cut's just as wavy as the last one. Oh my God. I think it's time for some loud music to release some tension I have building within myself. Oh, folks, the old noggin is hurting after this one, but I think we're making progress here. Full transparency, there is a flat spot right here. There's multiple, it's what they call a compound compound curve, complex curve. It's complex to me, I can tell you that much. I don't know if that's the right words. I don't know, but this is what's happening. We got to have curvature this way and curvature this way, which I've been saying since the step one. This flat spot right there. You can, maybe it's picking up on camera, maybe it's not, I don't know. But it's flattening out no matter which way I roll or bend or twist or do anything to this piece of metal. Essentially, I think I would have to planishing hammer or hammer it or English wheel it to like stretch the metal in here. So it would gradually do this and this at the same time. I have neither the tools or the know-how how to do that. I just don't. I could circle exactly where it needs it. And I could go over there with my hammer and my dolly and start beating on it, but I think I'm gonna make it worse, not better. So I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna cap off the sides and just let her ride. I got it pretty well symmetrical now. It's not all wonky on one side or the other. It looks pretty even. It almost looks like a decent triangle, which is kind of the look I was going for. So that's what I've been doing all frickin' day. Folks tell me all the time, man, you're just moving right along. You're getting some real good stuff done. How do you get this all done so quick? I have been out here since 8 o'clock this morning to start this. Just this part. It is now 4:30 in the afternoon. This is all we gotten done. That's the reality of it, people. It doesn't go that fast. I just edit it down so it's not so painful to watch. The unfortunate part is no matter how far I get away from it in the garage here, it looks okay. And I'm nervous it's gonna get outside one day and I'm gonna be like, whoa, that's terrible, Simon. But we'll deal with that when that happens. I think it's gonna be okay. I'm not sure if I'm trying to convince you or me at this point. Really not sure, but if we look at the center, how's it look? Looks good? Looks good, looks okay. It looks like it does. Remember, 1940 Plymouth, 1941 Chevy, different profiles on their roofs, clearly. Doesn't mean we can't do it. There's no rules that say we can't do this. It's just not gonna be for everybody. Not everybody's gonna like it, and that's okay. I'm the one that has to live with it. I think it's gonna be okay. I think it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It'll be just fine.
3 weeks later.
Well, some time has passed. Am I completely sold on this whole roof reshape, body line, 3D looking, contour, flying V, risen setup? Nope, still not 100% sold on it. We gotta make some decisions and make some things happen, so that's what we're trying. I've taken some of my TIG filler rod, and I probably should have done this at the beginning of the project, and I just thought about it now, but it is what it is. We're gonna progress from here. I've contoured it to follow the shape of the roof here. We're gonna make a cardboard template based with this profile to see how it looks with some sides on it. We gotta see. I'm just gonna trace this line, hopefully, if it works, onto a piece of cardboard. If we like how that fits and looks, then maybe we'll switch it to a piece of steel and see how that looks. If we like that, maybe we'll do it to both sides. And if we like that, we'll just move forward from there. But we gotta start somewhere. We just have to start somewhere. And this is where I'm starting. Okay, holding this all down by myself is proven to be a little trickier than I was anticipating. I'm not a complete dummy. I know this will probably take some fine tuning. But at least it's something. It's a starting point, I hope. Oh, no, I haven't even got the camera pointing the right way. That was smart of me. All right, hopefully we can just buzz this off of here. And by buzz it, I mean snip, snip. Snippity, snip, snip. Get it all cut out. And this should fit flawlessly with the profile of the roof. I actually got this idea from Merrick Makes. He's another YouTuber who's building for the build-off as well. He's got his project cut way more apart than mine. You should go check him out. But he had used a cardboard profile template for his doors that he had cut apart and put back together. And I was like, that's freaking genius. Why have I never thought of that? So maybe we can incorporate it into this idea. I don't know how it's gonna work with a flexible piece of cardboard, but I'm gonna try. Oh, look at that, people. Look at that, it's freaking perfect. But that follows the contour of the roof all the way down. So we can use that. Well, albeit, it even works pretty good on this side. Right to the very end, which is fine. That's not a big deal. Because that probably isn't gonna get anything there anyways. All right, let's make this out of metal now. Smart thing would be to do is probably kind of make a template of how big of a piece we need. I knew that. I knew that. Let's cut that out. I'm really doing my best to stay positive in this whole project. But, you know, I'm human and I get discouraged by my lack of skill. So it just is what it is. I try to stay as positive as I can. And remember, there's always a solution. I just can't always see it right away and I get frustrated with myself. Did you realize how modular my garage is? I just gotta change attachments and utilities all the time to suit my needs. Like right now we need a workbench, so we're gonna remove our pipe bender. Ow, that was my shin. It was my damn shin. All right, here goes nothing. That worked out so well, in fact, that the second piece I cut fit the profile of the roof even better. Even better. Like, near frickin' perfect. Seriously, people, it's crazy. Along with that, while doing this, I realized I kind of like the way it looks with that little lip on there. Maybe we could put something up there. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. My original plan was to weld it here, tack it, take it off, flip it over and weld it on the inside. But, you know, as usual, my plans continue to evolve as we go here. So I did end up clamping them together and getting them the profiles the same. That way, if I decide I wanna do a covering on top, something, I don't know what, I can. They're basically the same profiles now. Should I make a third one for the center? Maybe, but I don't think I will. You know what? I don't need to. I've got the pattern, or I got the original pattern. Wherever that is. I'll make a new pattern. Maybe we want 3 on here and give it some style. I don't know. This is one of those things where a guy's got to learn to trust the process a little more instead of being down on yourself so much for how it's looking and staring at it for 2 hours, not getting anything done. Just start doing something and see what happens and evolves with it, because it doesn't really frickin' matter. As long as I'm happy with it, that's all that matters. And I don't know why I can't remember that. I like it. If you don't like this idea, then don't do it. I'm not making you, I don't care. I'm using a pretty worn down flap wheel here. It's 120 grit already, so it's not, I mean, it's aggressive, let's be honest. But it's pretty well worn down and chewed up and ate up. And the reason I'm using it, not because I'm cheap, well, partly because I'm cheap. But the other reason is I've more than once gone and trying to grind some things down and got too far too fast and didn't realize it. This takes longer to grind things down so I can take my time, and it forces me to go slower when I'm grinding things down and I don't get too aggressive and take too much too fast. So that's why I'm using a beat up, wore out flat wheel. You don't have to do it. It just works for me. That's all I'm saying. I think at this point, we're just gonna tack these babies on here, step back and see what we think. Once I do this, I'll be able to unclamp all this and it should hold its shape. Fingers crossed. Let's hope. It should. It shouldn't, I don't think it's gonna be able to go anywhere. It's gonna have a ridge in it, you know, like a strut. No, that's not the right word. What would be the word that you would use? It's brace? I don't know. There's a word for it. And I'm not smart enough to know what that word is. So just trust me. Or not, I don't care. Yeah, this is, my vision is coming to light. I think my grinder just shit the bed. What the hell? You were just working. I just used you. It's puffing smoke out and sparks. Maybe we'll let that thing cool down. I definitely just didn't use my cutoff wheel as a grinder. That I wouldn't do ever. No, not me. I was all ready to weld and realized I forgot my welding helmet, my welder stinger, my ground. Getting a little ahead of myself here. I have had a few people tell me I'm talking too much in my videos. I've also had people tell me that it's a waste of time if I just make a video where I hyperlapse everything. I don't know what I'm supposed to record. I can't make nobody happy. You know what? Now that there's a chance, I might not cut these off. I don't want mismatched tacks. I want to, it's OCD, I'm sorry. I just really like symmetrically placed tack welds. Geez, Simon, get it out. Spit it out. Today, Junior. A ridge, it's a ridge. That's the word I was looking for earlier, not strut. Anyways, anybody else leave yourself notes for later? Like, don't throw this away. You kind of need this dummy, you know? Don't cut this line. You need a new profile. If I don't write this stuff down and remember what's what, it's as good as garbage, or I'm gonna cut it out and screw it all up and have to redo it. So, I always write myself notes. Oh boy, I tripped. Ow. Sweet. Boy, folks, I think we might be running to the end of this video. I feel like it's getting pretty long. I'm running out of time. I'm not going to get it done today. It's my own fault because, you know, self-doubt, that whole bit. I've spent 3 days to get to this point. A lot of that time was me just staring at it thinking, does that look dumb? Does that look okay? Can I do this? Can I do that? How do I do this? How do I do that? How do we bend it? How do we cut it? It just, there's so many things that you don't see. And I'm not complaining at all by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just being transparent as I can be. And I'm sure this video, if you stuck it out through this struggle fest, I appreciate you. But we're gonna end it here. Any tips, suggestions, comments, concerns, thoughts, let me have them. As always, I read them all. I listen to them all. I get through. I know my ways are a little unorthodox and not necessarily the correct or normal way you should do something or build something, but I'm just trying to make sure I like the way it looks. That's the big picture, right? I'm the one that has to see it every day. Nobody else does. If you don't like it, you just turn the video off. No harm, no foul. I have to come out my garage and look at it, and I don't want to be hating it every time I see it. So I definitely think it made it a lot better putting these sides on. Like I said, I still might cut them down flush and have it be flush. I don't know. I don't know these things. Anyways, I'm going to stop rambling. You guys are going to get out of here. Come back for part 2 when hopefully we get this all finished up. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and always leave a comment. Appreciate ya.